The 0.4 update to Assetto Corsa Rally is here. Have they fixed the force feedback? Do the cars drive like cars? Are the new cars good cars? And most importantly, is this a game-changing update? Well, we're going to address all those questions and more in this video. Remember to subscribe so you can unsubscribe when what I say in this video upsets and traumatises you. Click the like button or don't, and as always, massive thanks to all our Patreon members, supporters and donors. They're still supporting the channel. I don't know what's wrong with them.
Into 3 left tightens, don't cut.
First of all, I'm going to focus on the positives and set expectations. So I would say this update is not really a humongous, ginormous, massive, mega, super content update. Think of this update, or at least I'm thinking of this update, as 2 new cars, a bit of tweaks and polish, and something to keep you a little bit more engaged with it. It's not going to completely blow your mind with new things to do, but it is a nice early access update nonetheless. Now, the biggest thing that stood out to me with this update was the tarmac force feedback and some aspects of the tarmac handling. The force feedback seemed a lot better on the tarmac than previous versions of the game I've played, with it more obvious where the grip of the tyres are, and the sort of self-aligning forces on the steering being a bit more clear, and yeah, just a little bit more detail for the load of the car and what it's doing through the corners. Road texture, bumps and all those things also seem to be coming through the force feedback a lot more clear as well. Now, there are still some big issues with the force feedback, but this is the positive part of the video, guys, so we'll talk about those later. Also, I'd say as well, and this is probably why the force feedback also feels better in many ways on the tarmac, it seems to me like the tarmac handling has improved a reasonable amount. I wouldn't say utterly game-changing, oh my god, it's totally different on the tarmac to drive now from the previous version, but it feels a little bit more progressive on the tarmac in grip loss and holding slip, and the car's been a little bit more stable, generally speaking. Positive part of the video here, we're not going to go too critical into the physics. I would say that generally the tarmac handling has also improved for the most part, being positive. As always, the car models and the 2 new cars we've got here, the Peugeot and the Subaru, it's a Peugeot 306 Maxi kit car and the Subaru Impreza S3 Group A from 1993. Both car models, audio, visuals, absolutely stunning. If you look at the cars when they're just parked on the car viewer screen, you could just look at them for ages, and both of these vehicles are absolutely beautiful. I don't think anybody could question in any shape or form the quality of artwork, 3D modelling that the art team have done on this title, but it blows my mind. I'm a total simp for older cars and nice car graphics and 3D models of cars, and oh my goodness, the work they put into it is great. Combined with Unreal 5 engine, the shaders and the lighting is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Worth also mentioning, I think the audio design on this, really good, super immersive, really deep, raw, makes you feel like you're actually in the vehicle, transmission whine, the engine noises, the road suspension noises, all that stuff is done absolutely fantastic with a really good sense of attention to detail. Now, it's also worth mentioning as a big positive that there's just a lot of general groundwork and behind-the-scenes improvements that have gone on that you can read the release notes for if that's the kind of thing that gets you going. But, you know, as always with video games, there's a billion things that have to be done in the background that the end user's not really going to notice, but it takes a long time to develop. So congratulations to the dev team for all the behind-the-scenes work. Now, I don't want to retread stuff that we've said in previous videos. A lot of the game is the same game as what you played before. So, you know, it's got the same stuff that you've done before. There's some stuff to do with challenges. There's a suite of different vehicles you can drive now. The stages look great. There's no new stages in this update. Yeah, you know, watch our other videos for the stuff that's basically stayed the same. Those, though, were the biggest positives of the 0.4 update. Now we get on to the part of the video where hopefully those of you that subscribed, will now have an opportunity to unsubscribe, because I'm going to tell you what is excruciatingly awful about this game. So, first thing, the new Subaru is absolutely awful to drive. It's such a chore, such a bore. It's like driving around a cross-channel ferry. It feels delayed. It feels like you have to do a move, like turn-based driving. It's ACC physics all over again. Pure Guitar Hero driving. On the tarmac, it's just... I don't know how they've managed to make it possibly one of the dullest Imprezas ever put into a video game. It won't be. There will be worse, but yeah, I'm a big fan of the Subaru Impreza, the rally car, not the road cars, and yeah, I just absolutely got zero joy from driving it. Not only, like, it's controllable. If you're used to AC Rally, you could have a fun gaming experience with it, but I was feeling basically no joy driving it at all. As soon as you get into those poise situations or try and induce four-wheel drifts and slides, it's like you're towing a caravan and something. The handling just goes all over the place on the tarmac. You can memorise how to drive it, but I don't think that's really the spirit and point of rally driving. It's just terrible. I really didn't enjoy it. And I think it's not the car. I think it's something to do with the physics in this title. Now, the Peugeot, though being front-wheel drive, it was actually quite fun to drive and novel in many ways. Not much better on the tarmac, quite pokey, quite responsive, but still again, I mean, if you like AC Rally, you'll probably like it, but still again, it has the same underlying weirdo physics where it's like mega grip, and then, it feels like one tyre's kind of just got stuck over the limit, or you're going downhill and you've just got trapped in understeer, somewhat arbitrary. Also, slight downhill and braking, it's like the cars don't want to slow down properly, or they don't want to load up into the corners properly. I mean, the force feedback's a lot better. You can feel what it's doing, and the Peugeot, it's front-wheel drive, so you can just welly the throttle to get yourself out of loads of situations. It's really fun using the oversteer of the Peugeot, and it certainly is the case that the Peugeot drives very differently to the Subaru. But yeah, there's just something really wrong with the handling in this game, guys. Again, not that you can't have a lot of fun with it. You know, you can learn any driving sim or driving game and make it look alright. You can slide them around, you can push once you've memorised the input. But it just feels really stale to drive. And I'd also say it seems like the suspension as well. The cars just seem like really weirdly bouncy. I think I said the suspension was good in previous videos, but I'd like to rescind that. I think that it's like the suspension's not working properly. I don't know what's going on, but... yeah, and that's on the tarmac. You get to the dirt and it's like all the dirt is snow or something, and everything has to be this cumbersome, drawn out power slide without the grip biting in. I don't know what's going on with the gravel. It feels totally messed up to me. Sure, you can learn how to drive the game and get the most out of it and do impressive driving and get used to it. You can with any sim or arcade game, but it just seems totally off to me. Now, I know you guys will say, oh, you've never driven a real rally car, how can you know? Well, maybe I haven't, maybe I don't know, maybe I'm completely wrong. But I will tell you something, when I jump into Richard Burns Rally, which is quite punishing and a bit weird in some ways, it immediately just makes sense. It's like, yeah, I get the game's not totally realistic and it's got problems, but it instantly makes sense. When I play Live for Speed and do drifting or do any like dirty stuff on the autocross, it just makes sense. Straight away it clicks, makes sense. I dare say it. I don't want to say this, but even iRacing's off-road stuff, where it's a bit sloppy, it kind of makes sense, right? I can jump into it. There's a thing there, it kind of makes sense. The cars in AC Rally just seem really reluctant to doing all-wheel slides and proper drifting and proper controllable slides. You can do power slides, you can stop the rear from spinning out, you can make it look like you're doing normal rally driving, but you know what I mean? There's a real difference to like subtle controllable drifting and subtly moving the weight of the vehicle, and there's those dynamics, and sort of doing power slides and preemptive driving. It is the difference. It's the difference, guys, between AC1 and ACC, or Live for Speed and iRacing, right? Or RBR and maybe Sebastian Loeb Rally or something. There's a fundamental handling sort of control aspect to driving sims. One is realistic, the other feels like a video game. This, to me, just, I don't know what's going on. I think they just need to do a lot of work on it. It's at 0.4 early access, can't complain. But yeah, the handling to me is not doing it for me. Who cares what I think though? You have fun playing it, guys, and if you enjoy it, that's great. And you know, maybe some real rally driver will come and tell you that it's perfect, in which case listen to them, don't listen to me. Ultimately all that matters is you having fun with it. But from my perspective, the cars just feel a bit weirdly unhinged on the tarmac, especially at low speed, and the sliding and drifting just feels a bit canned, mostly power slides, lack of subtle control. It's not doing it for me. Now, moving from the physics with the force feedback, though I think there have been quite substantial improvements on the tarmac, there's still the weird jolty tugging of the force feedback. It seems to be from the suspension compression in certain scenarios. Also, it still massively lacks detail compared to many other titles out there. RBR, even the first Dirt Rally, certainly lacks force feedback compared to many of the older track races. AC1 Net Car, Live for Speed, you know, so force feedback has a long way to go. And then separate to that, performance, I'm still noticing I'm getting like weird stutters and weird performance from this game. Sometimes it runs okay, and then other times we get a random stutter. It's a bit all over the place. I don't know what's going on there. I can probably fiddle around with things more. I mean, I'm using the latest drivers. I have a 5090 and a 9950 X3D chip. I've tried turning stuff down. I've tried turning it up. It still just seems a bit weird in performance. 0.4 early access. Can't complain. Maybe there is some setting stuff with that. I would have to look into it more. But my computer generally chooches through every other game with no issues, even poorly optimised games. Well, actually, PMR doesn't like PMR either. But pretty much any other game we blaze through with the 5090 and the 599999950. I should put my Voodoo 2 back in the computer. 3DFX would handle this. Perfect 60 FPS, 800 by 600 res. But why bother with all these 4K graphics and things? That waste of time. And then what kills me is the cockpit view settings and the lack of a lock to horizon. I mean, even better would be something similar to iRacing's camera system. I know you can change the camera settings. It does have like some filter and camera movement options, but they really don't work in an intuitive way, and I've tried minimising and maximising a whole bunch of different arrangements, and none of them really do a lock to horizon or smoothed out view. So this game also gives me pretty bad motion sickness, which I don't find that enjoyable. So that'd be nice if they could put at basic a lock to horizon in this game, which it doesn't take that much time to do that in an Unreal project, so I would like them to do that. But a lot of people don't care. I do, because I don't like feeling sick when I play driving games. But you know, that's it. That's a sort of first impressions mega quick turbo rundown. I really like that the developer's working on this. I like that they're obviously trying to make a proper serious rally simulator, hardcore rally game. I like the environment, the surrounding, the attention to detail, the art. I like what they're trying to do. But as of right now, from a simulator sort of perspective of like, oh, the joy of the raw handling of the vehicles, for me, I'm giving this maybe like a, at times on the tarmac with the new changes, I could say sometimes it's sort of like a 6 out of 10. But on the dirt right now, it's like a 3 out of 10. And I think it's totally fine as a video game. I think you've got stuff to do in it. It'll be fun to play through. But if I want to feel that sort of ear-to-ear grin from car mechanics and driving and force feedback, overall this is kind of like it's like a 3 or 4 out of 10 for me. RBR, Live for Speed, even the mod rally for the original AC, like even dirt driving in AMS2 with the rallycross cars in that, they're weird, but it hooks up better for me. So not a game changer. I think a lot of people could still have a lot of fun with it. I think it's probably still worth picking up. I like seeing these things develop, but for me, I'm waiting for the next update. There you go. That's it. That's the 0.4 update quick rundown on BBC Radio Muscle. I will catch you guys soon in the next live stream. Thanks for watching this. If you got this far, fish, teacup fish in the comments. Till the next one, happy tea drinking, take care, and goodbye.